Hello, Western Civilization 105 class. Welcome to week 3. I just want to mention that most of you are following the instructions and you're getting your rhythm, and your grades are strong. Some of you are having some struggles. Please make sure that you're going to contact me if you have some issues. That's the best way to get this figured out so that you can have the grade that you want. So please don't be shy. I'm very personable when you call me, and if we set up an appointment for you to talk with me, it's going to be, I'm going to have an announcement of, I think it's Thursday, but forgive me, I have 2 classes and I'm confusing if it's Wednesdays or Thursdays, but I'll post an announcement tomorrow with a Zoom link for the day, whether it's tomorrow or Thursday. Every week I'm going to have Zoom office hours that you can have with me. So I'll have some that are open, and we can do some by appointment. So that's the answer. That's the first best step you can do for yourself if you're struggling in this class, is just to contact me and have us work out what's going on and try to help you out. Some of you have other activities in your life that are very important to you, and to be honest, maybe more important to you than this class. Don't come talk to me telling me that there's other things more important than this class. You wouldn't do that to another professor or to a coach, right? You wouldn't say, hey coach, something's way more important. That's why I missed practice because I prefer to be in history, right? So, what you just need to tell me is that you're having a struggle with balance, and that you're confused about certain things. Maybe you're feeling impatient, or just it's frustrating. Well, contact me. Reach out, and let's see if we can work it out together. I want you to be successful, and it doesn't hurt my feelings if this is not your favorite class. But you just can't approach it that way with me. Don't make that obvious. Give your best to me that you can, and I'll see that you're giving me your best. Okay? And you will get rewarded for that. Okay? So all I wanted to say on that. In terms of the content, you'll notice that this is a week that I don't actually have video lectures of myself. I'm at these documentaries that I post. And the reason is I thought that a lot of these documentaries and other clips really, I think, illustrate more of the importance of the topics in a way that, I could have done this for myself, but I think these documentary clips are important, and I think that your discussions and the paper that I'm going to have you write, I think, are going to be very interesting. So the question of where science and faith comes in, right, is an age-old one. And it's certainly one that has grown over time into a much more complicated relationship, or maybe even a divorce in some cases, right? Like, in other words, of the two. We used to see the faith community and the science community they were together as one. And then the tensions between the science world looking strictly at the material world and the theological world that looks at revealed scripture as an authority. This has created some tricky, it's been tricky. And not just for the West, but for the East as well, at least in certain parts of it, in the Islamic world. Although even the Islamic world at times have had much better relationships with the scientific one. And that's a whole other complex story, because what is the Islamic world and all the varieties there. So, but having said that, the idea of faith and science, it can be a tricky thing, but I want you to know something. There was a professor for many years that taught astronomy at MJC. And I discovered by talking to him that he was a Sunday school teacher, and I laughed because it's not it's not what I expected. I went to his office and I saw a Bible, and he was a believer in hard science, and he also had faith, and he talked about the complexities of that. And I think that that's what we're covering is something that's very relevant to a lot of you, and that's why I thought that this would be a really interesting set of videos, especially the last one. And like I mentioned, the last one has its own bias, its own tone that may even bother some of you. But remember, you're in a class to be critical, to look at the documentaries, even my lectures when I'm making them, in a critical way, to be a critical thinker and to ask yourself where the documentation's at, and try to process this history that we're looking at here, and look at where we're at now, and see where you fit into this, and where you think all of this fits into the big picture now, right? So that's all I want to say about that, and I hope you're all having a good week, and so we'll be in touch.